Hello everyone, I am Jamaica Castro. In this report, we'll be delving into the concept of the self from a sociological and anthropological perspectives. Sociology views the self as the product of social interactions shaped by cultural norms, rules, and institutions. Anthropology, on the other hand, examines the self within the broader context of human evolution, culture, and identity, often considering how different societies construct and understand individual identity. Through these perspectives, we'll explore how the concept of the self is formed, developed, and maintained across the diverse social and cultural settings, offering a deeper understanding of individual identity in a global context. Our learning outcomes or objectives for our first topic is at the end of the chapter, the learner should be able to discuss the self from a sociological perspective and draw the implications of this sociological concept to the development of the self. So, first is socialization. Socialization is the whole and lifetime process by which people learn the values, attitudes, and behaviors that are appropriate and expected by their culture and community. So, when we say socialization, from the word socialize, it's all about how we interact with people, how we communicate with people, how we act within the people in our community. And also, by socialization, we can learn what are the values, beliefs, practices, or appropriate interactions na meron ng mga tao sa isang komunidad kung saan tayo belong. And also, socialization is a process kung paano tayo kumilos o mag-isip sa paraan na tinatanggap ng ating community kung saan tayo belong. Like for example, as a student, we belong in school community, and one of the practices or appropriate interactions between the students and the teachers, or the student is raising your hand before answering, or do not interrupt when the other is speaking. So you as a student na belong sa isang community, kailangan sundin mo yung mga practices, values, beliefs na meron ng isang school community kasi belong ka in that community. In simple word, if belong ka sa isang community, kailangan mo makipag-socialize upang malaman mo kung ano yung mga values, beliefs, practices, or appropriate interactions na meron sila upang magamit mo din mo kung paano ka makipag-interact sa kanila, upang ma-idea ka rin kung paano ka makipag-interact sa kanila. So, according to Med and Corey, that by socialization, we can discover our self-image. Makikita natin kung ano tayo bilang tao. Makikita natin kung ano tayo. And also, by socialization, we can learn how to act, how to communicate, and know the place where we belong. So that's why socialization is important. Kasi, diba, like what I've said earlier, that by socialization, we can learn the values, beliefs, practices, appropriate interactions na meron ng mga tao sa isang komunidad. If malalaman mo yun, so ma-idea ka na kung paano ka may pag-interact sa iba. That's what we call socialization.
George Herbert Mead, 1863-1931. Sociological George Herbert Mead claims that the self is not there at birth. This means that the self is not based on inherited traits and other biological factors. Rather, the self is developed over time from social experience and activities. The biological self is not there. It's not the self. Mead claims that the self is something which has a development. It is not initially there at birth, but arises in the process of social experience and activities that is developed in the given. You know guys that kita, bisan ako, kita, dili ingon na kabalo na ta kung kinsa ta. Sa panganak pa lang nato, wala ta kabalo kung kinsa ta, kung unsa tong makaya. And also di na to siya makuan kung kanang pareanang sa sports na to. Wala na siya ingon na inheritance na maayo ka na kay mo papa maayo sa basketball. Dili nga na mo nagingon ni George Melhalbert na wala dira sa pagsilang sa moha, kundili makuha na nimo siya by experience. And also na kana pong experience nimo mas magain na nimo mayo, then ikaw man makakinabang anak kay ikaw ang imong ang una gana mong body is magkausap yung body. Para sa ako payat ko sa una, then nag-workout ko, and then nag-taekwondo, then karon okay na ko, lawas dako na. And dili lang sa ingon na kanang inheritance wala, pero ana sa kung base nila kay kanang mga high blood kay usay daw na din inheritance. Pero sa ako di ko matuwa na kay sa kanang high blood is napo na sa pagkaon na to. Depende na sa tuwa guys kung unsa ta magdala sa atong sarili. Kay kung healthy living ka, healthy ka, pero wala kay pakisay mong wala kay mo individual is a result of the relations to the process as a whole and to other individual within the interacting with others opinions about the self, and it is developed with social experience. So mo daw gingon sa inyo na ma-develop na ninyo kanang panghalubilo na to sa isa't isa through experience, not the kanang pagsilang na to. Wala na siya atong sa experience, sa pag-experience na to na kanang mag-interact sa mga tao. Kay kung tayo dili ta mag-interact sa tao, then ulawon ta, so di ta makahalubilo og lain tao, di ta maka-friend kay ngano ulawon ta na siya. Other people play a significant role in how we view ourselves. Made claims, however, that the influence is restricted only to a significant other and at certain period. The significant other are the people who play important role in the life of a person, such as parents, teachers, friend. Maid father explained that the influence of the significant others takes place only at certain period in our life. For instance, younger children do not really care about what other people think of them. They are focused in their own world. But as children grow up and get more socialized, their belief about how other people perceive them becomes important. They gain a new understanding of society. The generalized other, they act based on personal belief, but also on what society I expect of them. You know guys, ako ang kwan sa ako lang is kanang mas kwan magod kanang pareha ng imong papagi tudloan kaniya sa pagrespeto, paggalang sa mga matatanda. Then ang kanang bata diyan niya kwan ma-adapt na niya ba kasi mo nga na magkwan sa tao, kung ay mabisita, magbigay galang, mag-amen muna siyang gikwan po ni George Melhalbert. Made 1967 talks about our personal as the I and the me. The I is the natural essential aspect of the self. The me is the socialized me, or the cultured self. Made claims when there is a predominance of the me and the personality. We speak of a person as conventional individual. His ideas are exactly the same as those of his neighbors. He is hardly more than me under the circumstances. The shallow, brittle, and conformist kind of personality. That is a personal which is concern for what people think. The alternative was the person who has a definite personality, or replies to the organization attitude in a way that makes a significant difference with such a person. The I is the most important phase of the experience. Kabalo mo ng anong importante kang I, kay di mo gyud ingon sa na dili niyo makuha na sa pag-anak sa inyo, wala dara na kung unsa ta o kinsa ta. Sa pag-anak pa lang wala din na to makuha dara kung kinsa ta o unsa ta ug unsay makaya nato na buhaton. Managingon nila na mingon sila na push your limit, di ba? Pero sa bata ta wala man tayo gikuan, tayo una ang atuwa lang is magdula ta, magkwenta ka ng naman tayo kuan good sa bata pa ta natay atong kaugalingong mundo ba kung sakwan pa. And then kita ma-realize na nato na is mutungtong ta sa kanang legal age, or depende kay usahay pod na po'y tao na wa pala legal age na pero naka-realize na sila na nga ayan na kay na po'y uban na wala lang po sila. Pero pinaka-importante jud ang I sa to I ang importante ngano mo na siya ang kuan mo good sa kanang mag-experience ta ba ika nang experience na to good mas mo na siya yung knowledgeable ka pero wala ka experience. Unsa may pulo sa imo knowledgeable ka kung wala ka experience, di ba? Mas nice kung kananduha na ka. Pero ha, ako ang classmate, siya IT na siya karon, then ako lang kanang eskwela. Pero ang bulo mo guys, siya naman siya na hands-on naman sa based on computer. Then na gina ko siya makaya, pero og mag hands-on pag ko makaya na ako na.
Everyone, I am Jamaica S. Sabal, and I am going to report about Charles Coley, 1864 to 1929. Charles Coley explained how we develop our sense of self or self-image by his looking glass self theory. Based on this theory, we learn to view ourselves as we think others view us. According to Coley, there are 3 steps in the formation of looking glass self. First, we imagine how we appear to others, or na-imagine nato kung unsa ta sa pananaw sa uban. This idea suggests that our self-image or identity is shaped by how we think others perceive us. In other words, we form an image of ourselves based on our interpretation on how others see us. For example, in a party, na ay nilingi and then ni smile sa imuha. So you might think they find you attractive or likable. Pero if sa party na pod is na ay nagminaldita or nag-avoid sa imo og eye contact, you might think or you might imagine na they find you an approachable person. Second is, we imagine how others judge our appearance. It refers to a tendency or assumptions based on what others think of us, particularly regarding our looks or outward presentations. How we think others judge our appearance can influence how we dress, groom, or present ourselves in social situations. For example is job interview. And then nanamin ka. And then you might imagine or you might think na, will the interviewer find me professional enough? Or mapansin ba niya nga imuhang t-shirt is na ikumuot gamay? So even wala pa gani kay direct feedback sa interviewer na anak kay mga imagination or thinking about unsaon nila pag-judge ang imong appearance. And lastly, we develop feelings about the responses to this judgment. This idea or it refers to an emotional reactions we have based on how others judge us. It can trigger a range of emotions based on how we interpret those judgment is either positive or negative. This feeling can influence our self-esteem or how we feel about ourselves in general. For example is first day of school and then walay ni approach sa imuha, walay naking istorya sa imuha, so you might feel embarrassed, sad, or nervous. Pero in other perspective naman or opinion is if ever nga naay ni approach sa imuha or nakigstorya, so you might feel valued and happy. And Charles Colley nag-declare siya ni Charles Colley nga, we are not influenced by other people's opinion. Per se, we are influenced about our own imaginations or perceptions or opinions about how others perceive us or how others see us.
Ang antropolohiya ay gumagamit ng holistic na diskarte para pag-aralan ang sarili. Tinutukoy ni Quinn ang sarili bilang kabuuan kung ano ang isang organismo sa physical, biological, psychological, panlipunan at kultural. Sinasabi rin ni Ewing 1990 na sarili, ginagamit ang antropolohiya ang isang holistic na diskarte bilang sa pag-aaral sa sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagsama-sama ng iba't ibang modelo sa isang mas malawak na balangkas sa pamamagitan ng pagsaalang-alang kung ano ang dinadala ng bawat modelo sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakita ng pakikipag-ugnayan sa kanila. Tapos ang pisikal na katangian ng mga tao ay nakakaapekto sa kanilang kultural dahil mayroon silang dalawang paa at mga paa na may dalawang paa ang kanilang paraan ng pamumuhay. Hindi sila gumagalaw tulad ng quadrupedals. Naglalakad sila ng patayo, hindi gumagapang tulad ng ahas. Ngunit naglalakad ng patayo ang dalawang paa. Ang kultura ng mga tao ay nakaapekto sa dalawang paa. Ang kultura ng mga tao ay nakaapekto sa mga pisikal na katangian ng mga tao. Isipin ang tato ng mayroon ang mga kalinga ng Cordillera Administrative Region kahit na bago pa ito laging laganap sa kasalukuyang henerasyon na may mga tattoo may mga tattoo na sa kanilang mga binti at braso at sa iba't ibang bahagi ng katawan para sa iba't ibang mga kadahilan ng pagkultura. Tapos naay 5 kabuok we have five system of human being. We have cultural, social, psychological, biological, and physical. So ang kultura is tumutukoy ito sa mga paniniwala, halaga, kaugalian at tradisyon ng humuhubog sa buhay ng isang tao. Tapos ang sistema ng lipunan, ang social system is tumutukoy ito sa relasyon at pakikipag-ugnayan sa mayroon ng mga tao sa isa't isa. Tapos ang psychological o psikolohiya is ay tumutukoy ito para sa mga pag-iisip, damdamin at pag-uugali ng isang individual o individual na tao. Individual gani. Then ang biological system o biolohika ay tumutukoy sa physical na katawan at ang pag-andar nito. At ang dalas is physical system. So ang physical system is tumutukoy ito sa kapaligiran at kung paano ito nakaapekto sa isang tao.
So next is the universal and variety hallmarks of anthropology. So ang mga anthropologists ay are those person who study what makes us human. Inaaral nila yung mga tao. So when we say universal, lahat ng bagay na meron sa tao na magkapareha. And when we say variety, iba't ibang kultura, iba't ibang way, iba't ibang kasanayan ng mga tao. So ang mga anthropologists, para mas maunawaan nila kung ano talaga ang meaning ng pagiging tao, ay niaral nila yung mga taong mula sa iba't ibang lugar, iba't ibang panahon, iba't ibang society. Inaaral nila yung lahat ng bagay na meron sa tao na magkapareha. Characteristics, experiences, qualities, lahat-lahat inaaral nila. And also, ang mga anthropologists ay inaaral din nila yung iba't ibang kultura, iba't ibang way, iba't ibang pamumuhay araw-araw, o iba't ibang nakasanayan mga tao araw-araw. Like for example, us as a student, one of our universal is or magkapareha is pumupunta tayo ng paaralan upang mag-aral. Yan yung universal or shared common experiences na meron tayo. And when we apply the variety, each of us students have different way papuntang paaralan. Here sa Pilipinas, ang mga student dito ay kailangang magsuot ng school uniform papuntang paaralan. While in other country, ang mga students nila ay pwedeng magsuot ng kahit anong damit na gusto nila. And also, the lessons, the topics, at kung paano magturo ang mga instructors or ang mga teachers ay iba-iba din. That's what we call variety. So another example is us as a human, one of our needs is food. Yan yung universal na meron tayo or magkapareha. Lahat tayo ay kumakain ng pagkain. But each of us, as a human, we have different way, different pamamaraan kung paano makagain o makakuha ng pagkain. That's what we call universal variety. But and another example is, lahat tayong mga tao ay nakikipag-communicate. Yan yung universal. Yun yung magkapareha naman tayo. Lahat tayo ay nakikipag-communicate. Yan yung universal na meron tayo. Or magkapareha. When we say the variety, each of us has different languages we use to communicate with each other. Yung iba nagsasalita ng English, nagsasalita ng Tagalog, at yung iba nagsasalita ng Bisaya. So, in simple word, when we say universal, lahat ng bagay na meron sa tao na magkapareha. And when we say variety, iba't ibang pamamaraan, iba't ibang way of pumuhay araw-araw ng mga tao. So, by studying the two, the universal and the variety, ang mga anthropologists ay mas madaling maintindihan nila kung anong meron sa lahat ng tao na magkapareha at kung ano yung iba't ibang pamamaraan nila araw-araw. And also, nakakatulong ito sa kanila upang mabigyang halaga ang buhay ng tao at to avoid discrimination and judgment with each other culture. That's what we call the universal and variety hallmarks of anthropology.
Good morning, sir and classmate. Our topic for today is stratigraphic approach and reductionism. Anthropologists advise us all as to avoid two common pitfalls that must be avoided in our study of the self. These errors are the stratigraphic approach and reductionism. Mao na siya ang duha ka distraction. The erroneous stratigraphic approach is simply stacking independent models one after the other without interrelating them. Self is divided, the psychological self and the social self. There is no integrative of the different selves. The self is a mere collection of pieces which should not be. This is expressed in our equation below. So ang stratigraphic approach is mao na siya ang meaning sa stratigraphic approach, mao na ang meaning nga distraction. Ang stratigraphic approach is mao na yung mga distraction ng study. For example, nag-study ka sa mga lugar nga daghan og mga tao nga saba mawala, mga saba daghan og mga panbang mga distract ito sa mga huna nga makapawala. Mao na siya ang isa ka distraction. Dili ta as a student dili makalimutan yun na to ang mga studihan or gatong pag-analyze kay. So ang isa is reductionism. Reductionism mao ni ang causes distraction nga. For example, nag-study sa mga particular nga sistema natay mga problema or natay mga problema sa balay, self problem, tapos nag-study ka, mao ni siya ang isa ka distraction nga makapawala kasi mong pag-focus. Din ang mga anthropologists nag-advise ato ang likayan ni siya nga mga distraction kay mao ni ang mali nga pag-study sa tuwa sa student.
So good morning everyone. My name is Okada Melanie Joy Sawan. This is our partner report. So understanding the self from the anthropological point of view necessarily includes a study of culture. Culture is the integrated system of learned patterns of behavior, ideas and products, characteristic of society, a person's culture, influence her physical being. So, culture is a integrated system of learned patterns of behavior, ideas and products, characteristic of a society. So my explanation, a culture is a way of life of a group of people, the behaviors, beliefs, values and symbols that they accept generally without thinking about them, and that are passed along by communication and imitation from one generation to the next. People are molding their bodies to fit their taste. They drill holes into their ear, lips, cheeks, and teeth to support ornaments. They bind heads and feet to change their shapes. So people are molding their bodies to fit their taste. They drill into their ears, lips, cheeks, and teeth to support ornaments. So, man as a person who lives in society and characterized by his personality. Even diets are influenced in part by ideas of health and beauty. In the West, where slim figures are attractive, women diet to stay slender in Togo in the South Pacific. Even diet are influenced in part by ideas of health and beauty. So, energy you need to keep active throughout the day, nutrients you need for growth and repair, helping you to stay strong and healthy, and help to prevent diet-related illness.
Hi everyone, especially sa atong instructor, Sir Anthony Gimpisaw. So, I am the one of the reporter of Group 2. So, before I start my report, I would like to introduce myself. I am Michelle Jane D. Lorraine, and the report that assigned to me is the two contrasting of the self, egocentric and social-centric.
The two contrasting of the self, egocentric and social-centric. Culture. Culture exists and influence on the development of an egocentric and social-centric.
So, naay two sides of identity found in every person and every culture, which is ang social-centric and egocentric. So, unsa may kalahian anang social-centric and egocentric? So, ang social-centric is mas nag-focus siya sa one social group, while ang egocentric naman pod is mas nag-focus siya sa individual self. So, mao na ang kalahian sa social-centric o sa egocentric.
The egocentric person lives by the maxim, be true to yourself, at the expense of being unpopular with the group. The social-centric person obeys by the group and so is highly accepted by and is popular in the group.
From the point of view of anthropologists, every society works with both egocentric and social-centric aspect of selfhood. So egocentric is always larger culture context of complex of interpersonal relation sa social-centric. Basta guys, kay ang social-centric is mas iuna pa niya ang needs sa one group kaysa sa individual needs, while ang egocentric naman po is mas nag-focus only sa self nimo.
So, next is cultural relativism. From the word cultural, it's all about culture. In the society, we have different culture. So when we say cultural relativism, it's on a person's ideas of a person's beliefs, values, and practices should be respect and understand based on their own culture and ours. Simple word, we should respect, understand, and accept, appreciate each other culture instead na i-discriminate, instead na i-judge natin yung isa't isang kultura. So, ethnocentrism. When we say ethnocentrism, viewing others' cultures strange or inferior because they differ from your own culture. Yung nakikita mo yung ibang kultura, nakakaiba o nakakadiri kasi iba sila sa kultura mo. Like for example, me, I have my own culture, and that group of people, they have their own culture too. Their culture, it's normal for them to eat insects, worms. But as for me na iba yung kultura ko at hindi ko makain ng ganun, syempre nakikita ko yung kultura nila nakakaiba o nakakadiri kasi iba sila sa kultura ko. That's what we call ethnocentrism. And when we say xenocentrism, it's idealizing other culture instead of your own culture. Yung mas nagugustuhan, mas na-appreciate, or mas na-idealize mo yung ibang kultura kaysa sa sarili mong kultura. So, like for example, me as a Filipino, mas nagugustuhan ko yung advanced technology sa Japan rather. Mas na-idealize or mas na-appreciate ko yung technology nila kasi advanced, unlike here sa Philippines. So that's what we call xenocentrism. Yung mas nagugustuhan or mas na-idealize mo yung ibang kultura kaysa sa sarili mong kultura. So, we have different culture. Walang tama, walang mali, walang bawal. Lahat ng kultura ay tanggap sa society. So that's why we have in every situation, we should apply cultural relativism. It's respect, understand, accept, love each other's culture instead of judgments, discrimination. So that's the coverage of our topic in week 4 to week 5. So if you have questions or clarifications, just ask the reporters if naamoy mga tana so that we can assist you. So I hope na may nasabtan and then thank you sa inyong time.